Olivia, you just got married, so first you need to learn how to be a proper wife for my son.
Huh? A proper wife? I just got married and I'm still figuring things out.
You heard me. Of course, you take care of your husband, but you also have to run the whole household. Cooking, laundry, cleaning, shopping. If you can't handle all of that perfectly, you're not a real wife.
But I also have a job. And right now, I've got some big responsibilities at work.
Work? You're married now, and that's what you're worried about? A wife's priority should be her family. Greet your husband with a smile when he comes home, and the house should always look perfect.
I really wasn't expecting to have all this pushed on me at once. Honestly, it feels a little overwhelming.
Oh, Olivia, don't be naive. If I don't teach you, you'll never understand. It's your duty to follow my way to the letter.
But I don't think it's realistic to do everything all by myself.
Not realistic? A wife's job is to push through even when it feels impossible. For the sake of her husband and her family, she can't slack off even if she's tired.
But isn't it important to pace yourself so you don't burn out? You can't do everything perfectly every single day.
That kind of soft thinking won't cut it. If the home is in chaos, your husband won't feel comfortable coming back. Kick things off with breakfast and don't stop until you've cleaned up from dinner. Do it every single day. Perfectly.
Every single day? So if I screw up just once, am I going to get yelled at?
Of course. Not even the smallest shortcut is acceptable. When you do laundry, your husband's clothes come first, and the ironing has to be perfect too.
Ironing? You really expect me to go that far?
If your husband's shirt has wrinkles, your value as a wife drops instantly. Paying attention to every little detail is a wife's responsibility.
I see. But it feels almost impossible to juggle this with my job.
Your job doesn't matter. Family comes first. If your husband's going to be happy, you have to give him everything. Perfectly.
Perfect? That sounds tough.
Of course it's tough. That's the mindset every wife should have. No compromise allowed.
But if I don't take it step by step, I don't think my body or mind will hold up.
Oh, don't be weak, Olivia. A wife doesn't whine. In front of her husband, she always smiles, and inside the house, she's always flawless.
Okay, I'll try. Little by little, I'll do my best.
Now that's the spirit. Once you commit, you'll become a proper wife too. Don't slack off. Just follow my guidance.
All right, but there might be times I'll need to adjust because of work.
Adjust? That's not acceptable. Once you're married, the home comes first. Don't make excuses.
You know, your mom really laid into me today. She kept saying, a wife has to handle everything at home perfectly. She didn't even consider my job, and honestly, it's exhausting.
She really said that? Ugh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to put all that pressure on you.
It's not your fault, Elias. But being told to be perfect right away? That's impossible.
You don't have to push yourself. That's just Mom's old-fashioned way of thinking. For me, the way you do things is more than enough, and I want you to value your work too.
Just hearing you say that takes a weight off my shoulders. Thanks. I feel a little better now.
You can always vent to me. It's my job to protect you. Olivia, do you have a minute? There's something I really need to ask you.
Oh, hi, Carolyn. Sorry, I'm actually at work right now.
It won't take long. Just hear me out. Olivia, Have you finally decided to quit your job? You've been married to Elias for 4 months now, and I just can't understand why you're still working. Now that you're his wife, you need to focus on taking care of the home and having kids. The quickest way is to quit your job and dedicate yourself to the family. It's about time you start trying for a baby and let us see a grandchild. For that, the best way is to leave your company and put all your energy into your home. If you come home tired and drained every night, there's no way you'll ever get pregnant.
Carolyn, I'm at work right now, so if it's not urgent, could we talk later? Honestly, I don't know how to respond to this.
Oh, why are you being so cold? I'm only giving you advice because I care about you.
I have to keep my phone on my desk during work. I get urgent calls from outside the office, and when I keep getting personal WhatsApp messages, it really disrupts my work. So I need you to stop doing that.
Well, that's easy. Just quit that job. Then you won't have to worry about any of that, right?
Oh, please don't say it so lightly. I said it before we got married that I have a job with serious responsibilities, and I can't just walk away from it. It would cause major problems for the whole team.
You're just making it harder than it needs to be. There are plenty of people who can replace you. One person leaving isn't going to hurt the company at all.
No. With all due respect, that's way too naive. It takes time to train someone, and my role isn't the kind of job you can just hand off overnight.
Then I'll be blunt. If you're not willing, then divorce might be the only option.
Wait, divorce? What do you mean? That's way too sudden. I don't even understand.
A wife's duty is to give her husband's parents grandchildren. If you can't do that, then this family doesn't need you.
Look, it's not that. I do want to have kids someday, really. But quitting my job right this moment just isn't realistic. I explained that before the wedding, and Elias understood completely.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. You might act like he understands on the surface, but deep down, of course he's frustrated.
But Elias already spoke with you, right? He told you he knows how important it is for me to maintain my career while appreciating our family.
That's just him being polite. He's holding back what he really thinks. My son grew up watching me. There's no way he'd actually sit back and accept his wife's selfishness.
Selfishness? Really? I'm just trying to take responsibility for my work and my home. Hearing you call it selfish honestly hurts.
No matter how you dress it up, it's nothing but selfishness. Putting your job before your role as a wife is absolutely unacceptable. A wife should always put her mother-in-law's words first. Your place is to obey me. You're the wife, so serving me is only natural. Think of yourself like a servant.
A servant? Hearing you say that is beyond shocking. It's just plain insulting.
Good. If you understand, then stop overthinking and quit your job as soon as possible. Devote yourself fully to the home.
Elias, are you done with work? Can I talk to you for a minute?
Yeah. What's up? Did something happen?
Yeah, actually. There's something I need you to hear. Sorry to bother you while you're busy. Hope your business trip's going okay. Is now a good time to talk?
Yeah, it's fine. I just checked into the hotel and finally got to relax a bit. Right now, I'm soaking in the tub to unwind. What's going on?
Well, your mom told me again that I need to quit my job soon. She was really pushy about it.
What? Again? That's ridiculous.
And this time, she even said a wife is basically a servant. Honestly, that really stung.
How could she say something like that? I've tried talking to her myself, but it just doesn't get through. Whenever I explain your position or the responsibilities you have at work, she just gets emotional and starts yelling. She won't actually listen.
So that's what happens, huh? And she also said that deep down, you actually want me to quit too, and that you're just hiding your true feelings. That you're only sparing me by not saying it.
What the hell is that supposed to mean? That's pure nonsense. I've never told her anything about how I really feel. And besides, if you quit your job, all the effort you've put in would be wasted. And the projects you've worked so hard for would fall apart. That's not the future I want at all.
Yeah, you're right. This isn't something we can solve overnight. But even before the wedding, when I went to introduce myself, I clearly explained that I plan to keep working. Did your mom just completely forget about that?
Well, the thing is, Mom barely listens to people she sees as beneath her. She reacts more with emotion than reason, so it's almost impossible to get her to understand. Plus, my grandma on Mom's side, and even my great-grandma, they were all from a generation where once you got married, it was just expected you stay home. Mom grew up watching that, so in her head, the idea that a woman should quit her job after marriage and focus on the family is completely locked in.
Come to think of it, I actually heard something like that from your dad once too.
Oh yeah? What kind of story?
Apparently, when they first got married, as soon as the engagement was set, your mom quit her job without even talking to anyone about it.
Yeah, I've heard the same story. She was so determined to get married that Dad just kind of went along with it. Back then, he was only in his first year working, and his income wasn't even stable yet. So, he actually wanted her to keep working a little longer. But when he tried to talk to her about it, she had already turned in her resignation.
I see. So they probably struggled financially, huh?
Yeah, but at the time, companies expected long overtime, and no one questioned it. So until he got promoted and things stabilized, that's how they managed.
I get it. So there were circumstances behind it all.
Sorry, I kind of rambled there. Actually, my dad's been asking me for advice about Mom too.
Really?
Yeah. And I think it's better to talk it out in person than just going back and forth on what's up. So, once I'm home, I'll explain everything properly. I'll be back tomorrow as planned, and we can figure out together what to do next.
Got it. Thanks for taking the time to talk about this, even while you're busy on your trip.
Oh, don't worry. It's important. And we should always be able to have these kind of talks.
Yeah, thanks. That really puts me at ease.
All right then. Get some rest tonight. Good night.
Good night. Love you. Carolyn, we need to talk. What on earth is going on here? What were you thinking? How can you do something like this out of nowhere?
Hey, what's with this sudden attitude?
Hey, Carolyn. How could you send my resignation letter to my company without my permission? What exactly were you trying to do?
Oh, Olivia, I was wondering what had you so worked up. Well, it's because you kept dragging your feet and showed no sign of quitting. So I thought giving you a push would be the best thing for you.
A push? I've been clear from the start that I wasn't going to quit.
But now that the resignation letter has already been submitted, you can't take it back, can you? Honestly, I should have done it this way from the beginning. It would have saved us all so much time. I don't know why it never occurred to me until now. But with this, the day I finally get to see a grandchild has come one step closer, and that makes me truly happy.
I see. Honestly, this is so outrageous, I'm at a loss for words. At this point, maybe it's pointless to say anything more.
Well, so you've given up to the point you don't even have the energy to be angry. Pfft, really, you're such a stubborn girl.
No, that's not it. No matter how unreasonable you get, I won't bend my beliefs. I have absolutely no intention of quitting my job, and that's one thing I'll never compromise on.
What? You really don't plan on changing your mind?
That's right. No matter how much pressure you put on me, no matter how much you try to force me, my resolve won't waver. If you keep acting this unfairly, I won't stay quiet about it. I'll have to take the necessary steps, so be prepared.
What? What are you planning to do?
That depends on my judgment. You don't need to worry about it. Well, I have to go now.
Olivia, looks like you've got the day off today.
Oh, how did you know?
Can I speak with you right now? There's something I really want to talk about.
Ah, what is it?
So, you finally decided to quit, haven't you? You seemed so unsure for so long. It's unusual to see you home on a weekday. Did you take paid leave to relax? Well, that resignation letter really did the trick. Now things can finally move forward. At least, I can properly teach you the basics of being a wife.
No, today was already my scheduled day off, so I'm just home. It has nothing to do with quitting. I mean, come on. There's no way something that one-sided would ever fly, right?
What? How can you say something so outrageous?
It's obvious. I never intended to submit that resignation letter. Anyone could see that.
Wait. Don't tell me your company didn't accept it? That can't be true. I can't believe this.
That's right. The moment it landed in my hands, I fed it straight into the shredder without hesitation.
What? I worked so hard rewriting that letter over and over until it was perfect.
It doesn't matter how many you write, the result's the same. Every single one ends up shredded.
Hey, hold it right there. Is that really how you talk to someone above you?
And then let me say this. You're the one living off your husband's income, yet you act all high and mighty and say whatever you want. Isn't that the real problem here?
What? What are you saying now? This disrespectful attitude is unforgivable.
I heard your husband was venting to Elias the other day. Apparently, you've been pretty unhappy with how much he makes.
I'm the one managing the household finances. That's exactly why I can't just sit back and accept everything without saying anything. Just because I'm a stay-at-home wife doesn't mean I should have to swallow everything in silence.
Of course. I understand very well that being a full-time homemaker comes with responsibilities and hard work that are different from an office job. But even then, your husband's company doesn't allow overtime, so he has no choice but to come home on time. So blaming him for earning less because of that feels unfair, doesn't it? And pushing him to work longer hours to make more money just isn't realistic either. Honestly, I even think it might be good if you picked up a part-time job yourself.
What are you talking about, Olivia? A wife's job is to take care of the home and make sure everything inside the house runs smoothly. And the husband's duty is to work outside and provide for the family. That's been the ideal division of roles for generations.
I'm not saying I reject that idea completely. But depending on the situation, I think it's important to be flexible. Besides, your son Elias has been out in the world, living on his own income for years now. He's independent, isn't he? So to complain about your husband's income just because he no longer earns overtime pay, especially when he's climbed all the way to a director position at a major company. Honestly, I just can't accept that. I really don't see how you can blame him at all.
Ugh, whatever. This whole conversation is such a mess. It's unacceptable for a daughter-in-law to talk back to her mother-in-law. A woman like you, immature as both a wife and a homemaker, has no place in this family. You need to divorce my son. Immediately.
Fine. I've already filed the divorce papers. And I submitted yours too, Carolyn.
What? My divorce papers? What are you talking about? Are you serious?
Oh, yes, I am. Do you remember when you mentioned to your husband that if he didn't want to work more hours for extra pay, you'd be looking at divorce? I heard you even slammed down divorce papers already signed with your own name.
What?
And from your husband's perspective, the company banned overtime. There was nothing he could do about that. So at that point, your marriage had no future, and divorce was the only option left. Earlier today, Elias and I went together to file our divorce papers, and we submitted yours at the same time.
What? No way. I never actually meant that. That's not what I wanted at all. How did it end up like this?
Whatever you meant, the fact remains that you're the one who brought up divorce to your husband.
No, that's not it. What I meant was...
Well, it's not really my place to get into the details. From here on, your husband will be handling things through an attorney. So you'll need to explain yourself there.
An attorney? You mean it's gotten that serious?
That's right. Oh, by the way, he mentioned your affair with a bartender.
What?
Apparently, that situation has something to do with why you kept nagging him so much about money and daily life.
No way.
Isn't it likely that all your complaints and frustrations were tied to that issue?
No, that's not true. It's not what you think. It's a misunderstanding.
Anyway, that's all I have to say about this. From here, I'll hand things over to Elias.
What? Elias? Wait, what do you mean by that? Mom. Elias, hey, will you hear me out now? Olivia keeps saying the most outrageous things. I can't tell what's true and what's not. Please help me, Elias. Mom, we need to talk. Elias, you're not planning to abandon me, are you? Since you and Olivia are officially divorced now, you'll take care of me after the divorce, right? Let's live together, just the two of us, peacefully. That's okay, right? Mom, it's true I divorced Olivia, but we got remarried right away. What? From now on, I'm taking Olivia's last name. What? Hold on, why would you do that? What are you talking about? What are you thinking? And don't waste your time on a hopeless woman like her. She shredded the resignation letter I kindly prepared for her without a second thought. I honestly can't believe it. How can she do something so out of line like it's nothing? About that, Mom, it's already absurd for an outsider to write someone else's resignation letter. But submitting the CEO's resignation letter to the CEO? How wild is that? Huh? Submitting the CEO's resignation letter to the CEO? How's that even possible? I'm fairly certain I've said this to you before. Did you zone out, or did you just forget? Wait, hold on. What is that supposed to mean? Explain it to me. Olivia actually runs her own company. What? I had no idea. Long before we got married, she took over Dad's company and was put in charge of running it. By the way, I work as one of her employees, and Dad works for one of her company's biggest business partners. So that's the reason she never quit no matter what I said. Exactly. If Olivia were to walk away, it'd be the same as shutting down the whole company, and that would mean hundreds of employees, including me, would suddenly lose their stability, and it could even seriously affect Dad's company too. His company could take a hit as well. And even knowing all that, you still want Olivia to quit? No way. Olivia is really the CEO? That's right. And on top of that, Olivia is pregnant right now. What? Really? Are you serious? But we have no intention of ever letting you see the baby. What? Elias, what are you saying? You hurt my wife, you betrayed Dad, and you let yourself get carried away with another man. That's not what a mother does. We're done here. This is where we cut ties. Wait! Stop! Goodbye.
A few days later, Carolyn found a cheap apartment she could move into right away and left the house without much fuss. Because of all the money she had blown spoiling her host boyfriend, in the end, she only received moving expenses and 3 months of living costs as her share of the assets. My father-in-law chose not to demand damages, which seemed to be his final bit of consideration for her after all those years as a stay-at-home wife. Even so, the long gap since she last worked turned out to be a huge obstacle, and it's taken her time to adjust to her new part-time job. The other day, when I happened to pass by her workplace while shopping, I saw her being scolded by a high school kid working there, and she looked teary-eyed as she apologized. For a moment, I thought about saying something to her, but I decided it was better to keep my distance and walked on. It seems even the bartender eventually abandoned her, and I can't help but feel a little sad thinking about how lonely her old age will be. But I also believe it's time she finally faces the reality of the consequences of her selfishness and reckless spending. As for me, I'm still busy balancing work and home life. Since getting pregnant, I've adjusted my workload within reason while continuing to run the company. Work has been going well, and my employees have been following my lead, keeping things stable. Elias has been helping out as much as he can, and together, we've been able to live a much calmer life than before. Of course, there are times when my health during pregnancy or the stress of work brings me down. But now that I'm no longer being pushed around by Carolyn, being able to make decisions for myself is the greatest relief. Going forward, I just want to cherish the time with my baby on the way, my husband, and myself, and slowly build a peaceful life together. Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.